the ocean will hold more plastic bottle weight than fish weight. And those are scary predictions. Anyone who hears anything like that would have to say, are we really doing the right thing? Clearly, we have some environmental issues that must be addressed. There's no place in Michigan, and I mean right in the middle of our most pristine forest, that you can walk a mile and not be guaranteed that you won't run into a discarded water bottle. They're everywhere because our landfills are filling up with them too. But the other issue deals with the whole concept of convenience water. Our people, the general public has pretty much bought the advertising that the bottled water industry has put forth. We have several universities around here that will not allow bottled water on their campus anymore. They don't allow it being sold or you carrying it around. You have to get your own container and bring it here. The two are Ferris University and Central Michigan University. The last point is, by taking groundwater, you interrupt the natural flow of these cold water feeder springs. These cold water feeder springs are really some of the best water, and Ephley's right. This is excellent water, and it deserves to go into Chippewa Creek and Twin Creek and the Muskegon River, and ultimately it needs to be part of Lake Michigan. There is a role for bottled water, but I do think it's a limited role. I think it's one for serious emergencies. The issue of bottled water is in fact a privatization issue.
And I think that is really where the fight is. It's a battle of water as a commons compared to water as a commodity tradable for profit maximization. But I'm not sure that the company is going to change until there's no profit left in it or until there's some regulation in place. And I think water is one area where we got to be really, really careful, really leery of when we invite the logic of profit in. Well, this all started when one guy driving home late at night from, I think he had a gig in Toronto or something, he's a musician, drove past the Nestle plant, saw the trucks pulling out in the middle of the night and said, "What the hell's going on?" Went to his friend and said, "Hey, James, what's with the Nestle thing there? I had no idea." And it built from there, from two people having a conversation. They brought in another group that had been fighting a quarry issue. They brought another person connected to another thing. And now 10 years later, we are poised to potentially change the legislation here in a way that is unprecedented in North America, really. So I think people can get involved individually in large and small ways, from getting together over a couple of drinks to watch a documentary or talk about water issues or find out who the politician is responsible, little things like that. Sign a campaign, make a donation, all those sorts of things to the bigger organizing actions types of efforts. So a letter to the editor, talking to your neighbor, all those things count. So I think individuals can do that. Individuals can also refuse to buy bottled water. But I do think people need to make that choice as much as they can, wherever possible, and to encourage people in friendly ways to understand why that's important. But really at the center of it, I think, is that basic conflict. And I think we need to keep struggling and figuring out creative ways to address it. Government only cares if there's either money involved or they could lose their seat.
Yeah.
That's basically it.